checkdowns were a lot more common, obviously, for a quarterback that can't run because it's
Right.
like if you have to get
That's
out of
their
dodge,
form of running.
right, you have to check it down. Jalen, a lot of take Tom's checkdowns and then match him up with how many times Jalen's rushed when it wasn't quarterback called run.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like the numbers might match up a little bit better if Jalen were that way. So,
but without further ado, our friend Big Z, Zander Krause, joins us now.
What's up, Big Sills? How you doing, brother?
Boy, I mean, AJ Brown, I got to tell you, between Vic Fangio and AJ, that's a ticket that I want to go to every single movie and watch these two guys, man, because I'll tell you what, they're doubling down on everything, on what these guys are saying right now and how they're approaching this year so far. So let me ask you right out of the gate here. Is there an issue? I'll ask you this like I asked you last year. Is there an issue with AJ and Hurts, or is there an issue with AJ and Chip Patullo?
No issue with AJ. I will say I'm Team AJ. By the way, good to talk to you here on a Thursday, Big Sills.
Absolutely, my friend.
How's everybody doing here? I'm ready for week 4 in the NFL. Week 4 to Philadelphia Eagles. Another win probably coming for our Eagles. It's safe to probably think that at least at this point. But no, I think I'm Team AJ here. I mean, look, AJ makes a lot of sense. I think we keep using this 19-1, and I do understand it. And I think that's probably why you have Hurts good with it, because I think Hurts really does care about winning. But at the end of the day, 17 of the 20 games in that window were last season, where you had historic run game, historic offensive line. Johnny brings it up. He talked to a general manager last year about the Eagles' offensive line, and they told John, this might be, forget the best offensive line this year. This is one of the best offensive lines I've ever seen in my life. So you had that last year. They're clearly not playing that way. And what does that mean? That means you have to win games different ways. That means you have to change your formula a little bit. That means you have to continue to evolve, to make sure that teams aren't catching up with you. And, you got AJ Brown out there who's like, hey, look, we got to be more aggressive. We can't be afraid to dictate the game a little bit more. And that's all he's saying. I think makes a lot of sense. And the Eagles would be wise to probably, listen to him. Now, how much do you gauge? Is he right versus does he just want the ball? Because he probably does just want the ball, but I happen to think he's pretty right about the offense right now.
I think he's talking more about adjustments.
I agree.
Okay, so you made a comment, and I thought about that comment last night, pretty much all night, when you said this. Well, they adjusted in the second half. So is your intention that what you're saying is that the game plan in the first half didn't have AJ and Devontae Smith involved in the game plan, and that wasn't part of the game plan, and they had to evolve it more to throw the ball in the second half? Well, dude, if you're not involving those guys more in the first half game plan, and that's an adjustment, well, I want that game plan reevaluated and how you're going about winning ball games. AJ and Devontae can't be adjustments, Zander. They got to be part of the game plan.
Yeah, I agree. That's where I think it's, I think you're 100% right. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I can't remember a team having an MVP, Super Bowl MVP quarterback that didn't put the ball in his hands and trust him to run the offense that was going to, be the best. I think it's kind of tough to gauge right now because we can all see with our own eyes that it's not perfect. It's not pretty. It's not flowing. It's not in rhythm. It's not what it could be. But at the same time, like, we are 19-1, so I get it. Like, I understand people who are like, well, what? I don't understand, And the other good point is, like, we talked about the schedule. Early year was a tough schedule, right? We came into the year, okay, you got 4 tough games to start. They're 3-0, and it's like, now it's shifted to, we want to judge how they won instead of just like whether they won. They're 3-0 in the tough part of the schedule in September. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't look how we wanted it to look or we thought it would look, but like, welcome to football. Like, basically no game looks how you think it's going to look. So I don't know. It's kind of tough for me to gauge. I think in my heart and in my football brain, I want to see it be more prolific, but at the end of the day, by Thursday now, I'm ready to be a little bit more patient on it and see, what they're able to do. But I will stand by this. I don't think they can just have the same approach as last year and expect it to work as well as it did last year. I don't think that's a fair assumption, and I don't think that's a winning philosophy coming in.
You think Hurts doesn't demand the ball more? Screw AJ. How about Hurts demanding it more? Like, how about him demanding
Right.
this instead of, you know what? So when who do you think he's taking a shot at, AJ, when they say they're not adjusting quick enough? Is that on the quarterback or is that on the coordinator? Isn't that a quarterback's responsibility to adjust in game and not
Well,
so much the coordinator? Because the quarterback's got to take control of his own offense. You keep telling me this is his offense. Well, if this is Jalen Hurts' offense, doesn't he have to take control of more on the adjustments?
I think it's both, honestly. I really do.
Okay.
I don't think Jalen, I don't think he's absolved of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're the quarterback, you get praise when you
Yep.
win Super Bowls. And like when things don't look perfect, you naturally have to take some of the blame. That's just the nature of the beast. So, the one thing I would say that I've noticed that I'd like to see Jalen, take another step forward in, at least, and I can only tell from watching the All 22. I just rewatched it again today. It was good All 22. Jordan Davis sticks out like a sore thumb in a good way. But Jalen Hurts does a great job of checking in between passing and runs at the line of scrimmage, but he's not checking into those hot routes at all. He's not picking up blitzes and pressure and putting his team in the position.
Is that them
beat
telling him to do it that way, though?
I don't think so. Like, dude, hot routes are not a
No.
coordinator's responsibility. They're built into the offense, and the quarterback has to identify the defensive
They're audibles.
coverage in the 15 seconds he has to hike the ball and audible and call a hot route to receiver. So, like, that's the one area where I think it's fair to say, all right, Jalen's got, because they're blitzing him right now, 48% of his dropbacks. That is a crazy number.
Crazy.
I mean, you had 15-0 blitzes from Steve Spags in week 2. That's unheard of. So, like, what's the one way to beat that and stop that? You throw it right behind him and make him pay. And I'd like to go routes and all, but at the end of the day, it's a little bit more long developing. Like, give me a quick slant for AJ. He'll catch it 5 yards and take it another 15. Especially if there's only one defender out there in a zero blitz. He's going to he might take it, 40 yards because they can't tackle him. So that's the one area I would say on Jalen. The area I would say on the coaches is just the attack philosophy. Like, I feel like they don't come in and act like they have the best offensive personnel in football. It's like, let's pussyfoot our way into the game. Let's see what kind of holes open up. Let's see what the defense is doing. F that, man. Come in like you got the knockout punch, because you do, and play that way. Now, I think the gray area here is like when people say that, they're like, well, we don't want to turn the ball over. It's like, guys, you're not curing cancer by saying that. Like, dude, I know. No shit, we don't want Jalen to turn the ball over. I'm not saying go and put the ball in harm's way, but at the end of the day, don't be so conservative that you end up with, -1 passing yards and a half, 0 touchdowns and 0 picks in 3 games. That's not I don't think that's the right way either. So where's the gray area? Where's the middle where you can attack and also protect at the same time? Get your playmakers involved, because I honestly believe if they get these playmakers involved, Saquon Barkley is going to start running again really well. I think they're too right now. They're too choppy. They're not consistent enough through the air where, defenses don't have to worry as much about it as they should. Get them on their heels, and then I think things will open up for Saquon and the whole offense at large.
Little update here. Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell and Dory Jackson all returned to practice today, so that's a good sign here. Do you think Jalen?
I was kind of hoping Adoree didn't play, honestly, but
who are you going to put in his place?
Well, because he's been so meh, like, how much worse can Ringo be? Like, do you think Ringo has a bigger upside than Adoree, or no? Do you not? I feel like that's.
Don't you think Vic would put that out there, though, if he did?
Well, I think, remember, Vic's kind of facing 2 battles because he's got to win a football game here and now. You know what I mean? Like, I think Adoree's probably the safer option for Vic in the zone-based defense with a veteran players.
He's
keep things in front of him.
What I mean by that is football IQ. I'm not talking about, like, smarts and – you think –
No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I don't know. I part of me just kind of wants to see Keely, because it's like, what do we have to lose?
Oh, we're going to see him this week.
You think so?
I do. Well,
I mean, Adoree, 2 of the 3 games, right? Adoree's came out early because of injury, so yeah, probably
he's going to play.
He's this year's Slay, except he sucks. Slay was actually good.
You think Jalen's too much of a company man?
Nobody is a company man. He is. That's just how he was raised, I think, man. He's a coach's kid, used to being coached. Not the type of dude that dictates.
Well, that's the problem.
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day,
'Cause that's why the adjustments
you're
don't
the
happen.
opposite of that. You know, I've always been the opposite of that. I was the guy who was sent to the principal's office every day, every other day growing up. So it's like, I get it. Me and you probably look at that and we're like, yeah, that ain't me. Get what you want. But look, I think Jalen honestly cares about winning, man. If they weren't winning, I think he'd be like, yo, 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 yo. But they're winning, and I think he's like, look, at the end of the day, that's all I care about. And if we get a W, I'll look at what we got to do better, but I'm not going to blow anything up. There's no need to blow anything up. And the record speaks for itself. So, yeah, and I think Ray brings a good point here too. I mean, you're the face of the franchise. By default, you're a company man. Like literally, you have no choice if you think about it. It's not his organization. It's Jeffrey Lurie's.
No, but I think that's exactly why sometimes it looks so cookie cutter. Is that instead of the quarterback taking the onus of here, let me ask you something here with Brady. You think Brady was a company man?
That's a good way to put it. Probably not.
I think
a little bit.
I think Brady was a company man.
Yeah, but Brady had a little bit more of a sense of they just expressed themselves very differently. It's almost hard to compare the players because
he didn't have no Twitter up there. He wasn't a vocal guy.
But I know. But you know what you knew? Like the difference between Jalen and Brady in this sense is you knew on the sideline through the TV when Brady wasn't happy with his offense.
But that came along when he got older.
Dude was breaking iPads. You know what I mean?
He didn't do that earlier, though. He didn't do any of that earlier.
I remember his early days a lot less than his late days. But I would just say they have a very different, and hey, look, maybe that's Jalen's arc too. I mean, you saw him a little bit more on the sidelines this year than you're used to. So maybe. I mean, Brady was probably a company man, but Brady at the end of the day,
company man early.
Didn't it always feel like though the New England offense was ran by Brady? Like you knew, like if Brady didn't like something, he had the power to shift it and to change it and to dictate what they were going to do differently. Whether it worked or not, it's not the point.
But
I don't know if you feel that yet with Jalen. Like we're like, is it Nick? Is it Kellen? Is it Kevin Patullo?
Okay.
Is it? So it's like.
So let's take a look at that. All he did was check down, short passes, not high percentage turnover plays, not turning the ball over, not wanting to make sure that, guess what, the run game was important to them. Remember the run game? And the check down. Why did they do check downs? They didn't want turnovers. And it's kind of almost a pseudo way of looking at how they're looking at Jalen Hurts.
I look at it a little differently with Brady.
But dude, Brady wasn't a high volume. He wasn't a high volume plus 25 passer. He was a high volume passer. If you look at his numbers,
set up their chances, and he took chances down.
Bro, they weren't a plus 25 team until Moss got there.
Well, I mean, you might be right about that. I'm just saying in general, like if you think about the difference, like Tom doesn't have his legs.
It's a different skill set.
Right. So it's like checkdowns were a lot more common, obviously, for a quarterback that can't run because it's like if you have to get out of dodge,
form of running.
Right, you have to check it down. Jalen, a lot of take Tom's checkdowns and then match him up with how many times Jalen's rushed when it wasn't a quarterback called run. Yeah. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like the numbers might match up a little bit better if Jalen were that way. So I don't know. Tom Brady did push the ball though, dude.
Well, again, there wasn't a lot of plus 25 stuff. I mean, he was a check down king, man. Look at all those attempts that he had every year. They were all low percentage turnover.
Listen to Brady's first 4 years, stat wise. Like this is where I think we're too tough on Jalen. 28-43 year one, he played 14 games started. 37-64, 16 games. 36-20, 16 games. 36-92, 16 games. And then the next year he broke 4,000, 4,100, and then he went back to 3,500. So it's like 5 of his first 6 seasons.
Correct.
Tom Brady was under 4,000 yards. Now, very different style of player, but I don't know. Like
they didn't trust him early.
Well, is that the same thing with Jalen? I mean, we got to remember Jalen's pretty young still.
Yeah.
He's not even. He's 20. What is he? 27? Yeah, 27.
Do you think the organization trusts him?
I think they're trusting him more and more, but I think it's fair to say they still.
You're in your 6th year.
Well, I mean, I just gave you the Brady numbers.
Okay.
If they didn't trust him through 2006, that was his 6th year.
I agree. No, but I'm saying, but then why is that such a hard thing for Eagle fans to believe that watching the coaching staff play? M. Reyes posted all those great numbers with Jalen in the pocket. You have all those numbers, and guess what? Your low volume in passing. Get this. M. Reyes here. Get this. They trust Jalen. He posted those numbers about him in the pocket. Why aren't you doing it more?
What were
Why
the
isn't
numbers?
that part of your game plan?
What were the numbers? I didn't see.
He was like second in the league a year ago from the pocket. And I know it's lower volume, okay?
Yeah, it was much lower volume.
He had like the ratings were great from the pocket. M. Reyes, put that back up again if you can.
Yeah, but the problem with those stats is they're very skewed for a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, because if it's not there, if the play's not there, he has the ability to escape and run. If you have but hear me out. If you have a quarterback from the pocket and the play breaks down and they can't escape and run, what do? They probably get sacked or they throw the ball away. So the completion rate, the yards per attempt, all of those things go down a lot. So Jalen, it's a little bit of a skewed stat because Jalen is a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, but look, okay, wait. If you're telling me they can pass all the time and this guy's putting these numbers up, and passing is not part of the game plan, it was in the first half last week, and you have these kind of numbers from the pocket here, and your guy can get out in space, and passing is not part of the adjustments, and AJ's an adjustment. I mean, that to me is like telling me right there, well, the kid can do it. We saw him in the Super Bowl. I saw him against the Steelers. I saw him against the Ravens. I saw him against the Commanders. What are we doing here? Well, we're going to adjust because of being desperate when the kid can do it. Yeah, I think that's AJ and Hurts' complaint going to the sidelines. Yeah, but why are we not throwing it more? We're effective when we throw it.
Yeah, well, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, my point about these numbers specifically were completion rates high, yes, but it's like when the play broke down and he would have had a lower completion rate, Jalen has the ability to run. So there's less negative plays from the pocket because Jalen can scramble, versus if Tom Brady's in the pocket and the play breaks down, he's throwing the ball.
But that makes Hurts more of a threat if I can throw in.
It does, but it also skews these numbers to be higher.
But they're limiting him not being part of the game plan by not throwing. You're limiting his effectiveness and his being a weapon when they know that that's not part of the game plan. If I know that Jalen's not going to be throwing high volume in the first half, Zander, I'm not going to be concerned about your passing game. They want to establish the run game. Look at what they're doing. And what the problem now is becoming is, hey, bro, do you think you have the best O-line in football?
Not this year. But I don't know. I mean, I've watched, I've been rewatching more of the games from around the league, because whenever we have a 1:00 game, Sills, it's tough because I do the pregame show, then I watch the Eagles, then I do the postgame show, and it's like I don't see any of the football that happened that day, so I missed a lot of it. But I went back and rewatched it. I'll tell you what, who had a good game this weekend? Carson Wentz. He looked good, man. He looked good. He still reads the defense beautifully, executes the ball, throws it in the tight windows. I thought he had a good game.
I thought he played really well.
Yeah, I mean, there were some moments he still takes some shitty sacks and stuff, but I thought he had a good game this weekend. I think he has a chance to be pretty good with that Vikings team. They're getting Jordan Addison back.
You think he could be a Sam Darnold of this year?
I think that's going to be Daniel Jones.
Okay,
Sam Darnold of this year, who I think I like Daniel Jones right now. I mean, if you watch him play right now, it's going to sound a little ridiculous, but I saw somebody put it on Twitter, and I can see where they're going. Not Josh Allen, obviously talent, but like he does play a little bit like Josh Allen. Like he plays on the move. He can use his leg. Again, I'm not saying.
Well, you're talking skill set.
I'm not saying Daniel Jones is as good as Josh Allen. All right, Josh Allen's my number one quarterback in football. I'm just saying it's kind of that type of quarterback where you can play with him out of the pocket. You can run the ball a little bit. He still does have a big arm. So, yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of good football being played. I get it, but I just want this Eagles team to be more prolific. I just want them to act like they got the players. And they got the best person. I don't think one of these teams that we're talking about has better offensive players than the Eagles. I really don't.
No.
Now, their offensive line's not playing like the best in football right now, but that doesn't change that you still got the guys you have on the outside. So we'll see what they end up doing. As long as they keep winning, I think we'll all be pretty happy. But, I just don't think they're going to be able to run their way to a Super Bowl again this year.
Why is Todd Bowles 4-1 versus Philly?
Because he's a good coach. I think
Okay.
he's got a good game plan. I think he
I am so
coaches.
happy you started there and not talk to me about injuries because welcome to the NFL.
Well, I mean, injuries do
Welcome to
matter,
the
but you're right.
NFL,
You're right.
Zander.
Like, yeah, I agree. Look, injuries matter, but you're right in that, you know, it is how it goes. Like, that doesn't change. It's coulda, shoulda, woulda. Everyone gets mad when we play coulda, shoulda, woulda. All right, well, we woulda won if
Well,
AJ played.
didn't
No.
you guys lose Mulata for 4 weeks last year? Didn't you lose Lane for 2? Didn't AJ and Devontae miss 3 games? These guys still won 14 ball games.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
part
agree
of
with
the
you.
fucking NFL, dude.
I agree with you. Well, just back to my answer. I mean, Todd Bowles is a good coach. My favorite part about the way Todd Bowles coaches is he doesn't coach you to be a soft player. Like he says think about this. When you ask a coach, another coach, about the tush push, right? This is just an interesting play to gauge a coach on, because you ask a coach about the tush push, and you hear certain coaches, the play sucks, the play should be out of the game, the play is this, blah, blah, blah. Now I think about, what does that coach say behind closed doors to his team? Do you give them an excuse on things? Do you give them a soft way out of things? And then you listen to Todd Bowles and he's like, fucking stop the play. Like, what coach do you want, seeping into your brain? What coach do you want teaching you how to prepare for a game on Sunday? The coach that says, I don't give a shit about your excuses, get it done, or the one who says, yeah, you guys are right. It's so unfair to you. It's such an what? Come on, man. So I think I like Todd Bowles from that approach, because I think they play with the right mindset there. I think he deserves deserves a lot of credit. We had Rob Motti on this morning who talked obviously very highly of them too. He's, he was formerly in Philly, covers the NFL for the AP now, and he lives down near Tampa. So he sees that team pretty up close and personal. But, I like the way they're coached, and I like their quarterback. I think their quarterback plays with a tenacity that you can't teach. He plays with a vigor and a will to win that I admire and I respect. Similar to Jalen in that regard, you can tell they're both real winners. They both want to win, will do whatever it takes to win. And I think that's why the Bucs have beat us, man. I think they're, aggressive, physical, and they play a good brand of football.
So Todd Bowles has a mentality that you just said. That's a tough winning mentality and doesn't make excuses for the tush push.
I like it, yeah.
So Nick Sirianni makes an excuse for the fucking Heat that they're going down the day before. And to me, isn't that the mindset you're talking about? One guy's talking and not making excuses about the tush push, and the other guy's making excuses about the Heat. Is that the stuff you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Nick doesn't do that often. Like, he doesn't give that much excuses often. This was one of the first times that Nick kind of really embraced that
Someone
there was
told him this.
Yeah, and I don't know. At
I
first,
don't buy that that's his decision. I do not.
I don't know, because I will say this, as a person who, does have to make decisions in my own life, in my business, and all those different things, I can appreciate him looking and saying, we are 1-4 versus the Bucs. Let's try and do something a little different right now this time to try and, so I can appreciate that. I just don't know if this was the right thing to do it on. But hey, look, it's, again, he deserves the benefit of the doubt, I think, on things like these.
He does.
And I agree with you in a sense. You kind of almost bring light to it. It's almost like you put it in your team's head, yeah, the Heat's going to be a problem.
You put a spotlight.
I love Jalen's answer yesterday. They were like, how do you prepare for playing in heat like this? And he's like, I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I got to go get the job done. No matter what the fucking weather
is. Dude,
he
played in Tuscaloosa. He's all right.
Yeah, I know Jalen's all right, but it is hot out there. I don't know. You heard Vic. We don't even want 8-play drives.
Absolutely. So I got Howie season, right? So let me ask you something here about Howie season.
Oh, here we go.
So Bryce Huff's ranked number 7 as an edge rusher in the first 12 quarters of the NFL. Isaiah Rodgers was just named the defensive player of the week on the defensive side. Orton Burks is a second-rated run-stopping linebacker in pro football. And all these guys were just escorted out of NovaCare and just told, we're going to do this and I'll see you later. And then you bring me Aziza Ojalara and you bring me some of these other guys, and you make a move for a Bennett. What happened to him? He's on the fucking IR already. I mean, And then you bring me Joshua Uche, who, by the way, might be the highest rated edge rusher that the Eagles have right now if you use PFF. I'll ask you one more time outside of the draft. Howie season, baby. How you think it's gone?
Well, I think it's going all right. I mean, I think there's still some moves to be made here, and I think he probably missed on a couple moves. But look, you're never going to be perfect. I think at the end of the day, we still have a pretty good roster that Howie deserves credit for. Now, there were moves, I agree, where you're like, all right, that probably wasn't that great. But
was the standard too high last year? Because look, dude, the 3 Bs, right? Becton, Bond, and Barkley. We're all pros. I mean, Becton was a Pro Bowl player. The Barkley was runner-up.
Pro Bowler?
Well, he played like one. He did. I thought he was. I thought he had Pro Bowl ability a year ago. Bond was a first-team All-Pro. And then, dude, look at the move, too. You bring in Isaiah. You have him a year. You sit his ass. You put him in there. Dude, the Burks move turned out to be a brilliant move. There's no brilliant move right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I hear you and all, but
you don't want to bite it.
No, I'm not biting it yet. I'm not. Look, at the end of the day,
wait
a second now, because I'm waiting on. There's a couple more weeks. I'm waiting for something.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to tell you and John that you guys might have been a little wrong on the defense. Now it's too early to say that yet, but you guys had them at like 15th. You thought they were going to be a top 15 unit.
Right now,
Vic
they're
got them playing better. Vic Howie again got him 2 draft picks that he's been able to start in year 1 and have been viable. So I'm not going to look. Did Howie make every perfect move? Probably not. Was there a splash move? No. Have the team moves worked out? No, they haven't at all. But we've drafted exceptionally well. I got no concerns about the defense. I'm sorry. I just don't. If this team, Sills, doesn't accomplish what we want them to accomplish this year, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's going to be on the defense. I really believe that. So, I don't think it's going to be on the defense.
I picked them to be 15th. Well, right now they're 18th. So, hang in there a little bit.
Right now?
Yeah, they're 18th.
No, they're not. 18th.
They're 18th in total defense.
There you go. There's Big Silly making shit up again.
Okay. Take a look at it.
No, they might be. I don't know.
They are. They're 18th.
Yeah, it's brutal. They got to get better.
They're 18th in total defense.
They said 15 and we had 18. Oh, shit, folks. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Yo, Drew, shut up, Drew. Come on, Drew. Are you kidding me, man? I don't know, man.
Hey, look, it's way too early for that. Way too early for that.
It's too early. I think they're going to be higher, though. I really do. I think they're going to be fine. I'll say it again. I don't think this defense is going to be the reason that we don't prevail.
Can I tell you your downfall will be? Your edge rushers, man, are just not getting it done. You're right. Listen, it's your 2 tackles.
They weren't getting it done when Nolan was healthy.
They weren't. And here's listen, your tackles are Zander, your 2 tackles are inside here, right? Now check it out. Watch me here. So when they hit and they play and these edges are getting swashed down, you're getting condensed and they're getting outside. It's not the interior play. Right. It's the external tackle play. And they're getting washed down. You think they go get trade? They're not going to trade Trayvon Walker because
you know what the problem is.
What?
This is why
the Jags are 2-1.
Dude, and Trayvon Walker's playing good. He's already got 2 sacks this year. He's playing great against the run. He's a good dude. Their defense in Jacksonville is pretty legit. They got a good defense right now in Jacksonville. I'll tell you what, that's another team I've been a little bit interested in right now. I think 2-1 to start.
Yep.
So that's going to be interesting to see.
What's your biggest?
But they're not trading him now.
What's your biggest concern heading into the Bucs game?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not really that concerned about this game. I mean, it's going to be a tough opponent. We're probably not going to be able to run well because they got Vita Vea, and we've basically never been able to run well against it. They've been a great run defense team for years. I mean, they just had. They got Vita Vea. Now they're missing Cansey, but they're still going to be, I think, pretty good against the run. So that's something to keep an eye on, obviously. So are you going to be able to pass the ball successfully? But they're missing a lot of guys, dude. Like you just said, our edges are a problem. Well, it's like you would hope right now that our edges, if there is a game that they can prevail or look better, it's this game.
Have to
Because,
get pressure
I mean,
on
dude,
him.
think about this. I want everybody to listen to this. Rob Motti told me this morning. I did not know this. Last week, the Buccaneers left tackle was their center.
Yes.
They moved their center
Graham Barton.
to the left. Imagine if we moved Cam Jurgens to left tackle.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
And he's
You
played
do not
well
hear
there.
that type of versatility. Now, that's impressive on the player,
Hey,
but it
he's
also
played
shows
well.
you, I know, but it just shows you like they're kind of in dire straits. Like you don't move a center to left tackle unless you're kind of fucked. Now they're getting Tristan Wirfs back, presumably, maybe for this game. He could line up on the left tackle or the right tackle. He's been all pro at both, which is insane.
Right.
Tristan Wirfs. But so depending on where he goes, but I feel like the Eagles edge rusher should be able to have a good
Let me tell
week
you
this
what
week.
I said they should do, the Buccaneers. Where's the threat on the Eagle D line? It's interior, right? Right? I think you should move Graham Barton back to center. I think you should put Tristan Wirfs at left tackle, and then you put Charlie Heck over at the right tackle. You know why? Your edge rushers have been non-factors. They've been non-factors. I'd rather see Charlie Heck in the run game than in pass protection. And Mayfield has had to use his wheels. If you don't get any pressure, that means the tight end's going to become a factor in this game. And they're going to threaten the middle of the field. You know, Mike Evans not being there kills them big time. Okay? And losing Cody Mock is there's no doubt they got musical chairs in that whole scenario there. So that means that Emeka Ibuka is going to see a lot of Q in his face. That means that kid Sterling Shepard, it's going to have to be a factor. And here's the deal, Zander. If Mayfield is going to move the chains, he's going to move it with his feet because that's what he's done for 3 games. You gave me that stat yesterday. He's the second quarterback in the NFL with the quickest release in the game, only behind Aaron Rodgers. Why is it?
No, only behind
Sam Darnold?
No, I think Mahomes was one.
Okay.
Wait, who was it?
So
Aaron was right behind him. But go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so he's second in the league in that. Well, that's because the old line's been musical chairs the entire time.
Yeah, Mahomes is one, and Baker's two.
And so for me, it's going to come down to whether or not they can get pressure. Dude, I think Levante David is going to do a lot of blitzing in this game. And that's going to be something that Hurts is going to have to contend with.
That's going to be interesting. That would be interesting.
Okay, what do you make of Todd Bowles versus Kevin Patullo in this game?
Well, who do you think has the advantage in that game or in that matchup? Are you kidding me? I mean, that's Todd Bowles all over the place.
How would you attack the Bucs?
Well, it's tough to run on.
How would you? Not they're going to do. How would you do it?
You know, like to play a little bit more traditional, get them into play action a little bit, throw the ball around, but we just don't do that. I know. I just dream every day. I dream about what we should be, but we're not, and that's okay.
I would drop AJ in the slot and throw it out of the slot to him.
That's interesting. How are their corners?
Not very good. They're 22nd in pass defense.
I don't know. AJ's not going to go to the slot, I don't think.
Well, I know. Haven't we ever tried to do something creative to get him in space to go against lesser talented people? Right. I mean, my God almighty. I mean, why not? I mean, hey, you're right. You're probably right, Zander. They're probably not going to do anything creative because that's just not what they're going to do. I mean, come on, dude. They're pass defense. Let me tell you where the Bucs are 19th in pass defense. And you got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. And the Bucs are number 6 in rush defense. What the hell do you think you should do?
Yeah,
I mean, you should get force the ball to him.
Yeah, throw the ball. Throw the ball. I literally think you can force the ball to AJ Brown.
I do too.
Legitimately. Like force it. And just you'll live with the results. I mean, they started doing that in the second half. You know, I had somebody say in the comment, well, why did AJ start getting open in the second half? I'm like, he didn't.
He was always open.
Right. They just started throwing him the football. I mean, half his catches, he was muscling guys off him. You know, that's part of having AJ Brown. You have that advantage. That's why he calls himself hey, always open, baby. Come on, throw him the ball.
That's why he's complaining like a crazy man, and I don't blame him. All right, so let's go here. The Nolan Smith injury. What ramifications does his injury have as a Philadelphia Eagle?
Who's injured?
Nolan Smith.
Big ramifications. The edge rushers aren't good right now, and they just lost their
No.
best.
All of it, too. I made a comment yesterday. Your guys pulled a great quote. That guy's not part of your future, man.
Yeah, I know. I know they pulled that. I'm like, uh-oh. We brace for impact on that one.
Do you think he is?
Is Nolan part of the future? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. You know, I don't think that they're going to blow out all these guys. So you got them blowing out Nakobe. You got them blowing out Nolan. You got them blowing out Jordan Davis. I think they want some of these guys.
I don't know about Jordan Davis anymore.
Jordan Davis are going to keep. Can I just say, Jordan, I was rewatching the All-22 today. Dude, Jordan Davis has arrived. He's a beast. He was moving those offensive linemen like they weren't even fucking there.
I know.
Moving right around him, scooting around him, lining up in the 3 technique, playing the pass. He's got more pass rushing snaps this year through the first 3 games than he's ever had in his career. He's lining up as a regular 3-tech defensive tackle more than he ever has through the first 3 games. He's at nose less than he ever has been in his career. Jordan fucking Davis is coming, baby.
Okay. Hey, I want to see it for 17 weeks.
Come on, man.
I'll give him credit for this. Since week 13 of last year, he's gotten better, and he's continuing to get better. But I keep saying this, as a unit, you're fucking 20, you're 18th. I mean, where are we going here? We're talking about last year you were first in total defense and rush defense right now. What are you guys, 24th in rush defense? And you're trying to tell me, you're 24th in rush defense. And
it's a liar's month, dude. It's a liar's month.
What are you selling me?
Well, you're selling me. See,
I'm not selling you. I'm telling you who you are right now.
Every time I try,
I'm not selling you.
Shut up. Every time I try and sell you something good, you say it's 3 fucking games, and then you sell me all the bullshit, and there's no way I can dispute it. I mean, it's 3 games.
Here's what you're telling me, though. He's arrived. I'm telling you who you are right now.
Jordan Davis has arrived. That will be a take.
So you're willing to pay him.
Yet. It's a take by me.
So you're giving him a 3-year contract extension at around $25 million a year.
I didn't say 25. You put that number out there.
Well, Milton Williams got 26.
Milton Williams got 28.
Oh, 28. Okay, well then, hey, I shortchanged your boy if he's arrived.
3 years, $70 million with $50 million guaranteed.
Oh, man, you got old Began now making over 25 mil. Holy shit, boss. Man. So then you're going to turn around and give.
I'm telling you, everybody, please, if you have NFL Game Pass, please go watch the All-22. They show you the whole game from up top. And don't watch anything but number 90 on defense. That's all you got to watch. Just watch number 90 for the sake of this conversation. You will see exactly why I said they're paying that guy. I know they're going to pay him.
25 and 40, there's 65 million between 2 tackles.
Remember this? Hey, Matt, I remember you. Matt. You were chirping, oh, shut up, Zander. Shut up and listen to Big Sills. Now he's like, hey, we need Trayvon Walker. Matt, one day you'll wake up and smell the roses, boy. All right, Matt? Motherfucker.
$65 million you're talking about 2 dudes.
Yep.
You're going to address that in the offseason. Now, I'll tell you why.
I'm paying Jordan
Davis. Your point, I think because Nolan Smith and because of Reed Blankenship, in my opinion, that's where you find the money. You're moving on from Reed, correct?
Ready? Here comes Big Marshall. He will appear out of thin air whenever Reed Blankenship's name is mentioned. It's like on cue. Big Marshall show up when my boy Reed gets mentioned. Right now, based on 3 games, I'm paying Jordan and I'm not paying Reed.
Okay. Do you think this game on Sunday determines whether or not C.J. Gardner-Johnson comes back or not?
CJ's not coming back.
No.
No. They're not bringing him back. You got to remember, this organization's got big egos.
What if
dude.
Makuba goes down?
Well, maybe. If Makuba goes down, now you got problems. There's never going to be a world, though, where it's Gardner Johnson and Makuba on the field. They can't take Reed off, even if he sucks.
I know. No, I think Reed will play better with him.
Wait, speaking of PFF, have you seen the Reed Blankenship grades?
No.
Oh, they're bad.
Tell me, please.
They're bad.
Tell me.
Oh,
what they
man.
Tell me.
They are as bad gets.
You got it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. All right, here we go. No.
I've been dead on about this guy.
Big Sills is going to lose it.
Hey,
all right, let's go total
I've
defense.
been dead on about this guy.
We're going to go total defense. All right,
okay.
Great. Number 1 ranked safety, Xavier Woods. Number 2, Antoine Winfield Jr. from Tampa Bay. All right, ready? You go all the way down. Now, this is only for safeties who've played more than 20% of the snaps. So anybody that has like 10 snaps, they're not included in it. So only played 20% or more. More than 20% of the snaps. I mentioned the top 5 are Xavier Woods, Antoine Winfield from Tampa Bay, Julian Blackmon from New Orleans. He's got lesser snaps, but he's having a good year. Brian Branch from Detroit, and Quentin Lake from LA. He had a good game last week versus us. All right, and you go you scroll that page and you get it as far to the bottom as you can get it. 83 out of 84 is the greatness of Reed Blankenship. Only Isaiah Pola-Mao is graded worse than Reed Blankenship from the Las Vegas Raiders. Reed Blankenship, 83rd out of 84. Wait, and it gets worse. Ready? So if you get rid of the more than 20%, say, all right, maybe there's other safeties out there who suck because they got benched or whatever. Maybe it gets a little better for Reed, right? Maybe it gets a little better. All right, now we're up to 123 total safeties graded. Reed Blankenship comes in at 121, baby. This guy is having one of the worst starts to the year ever. This dude, Reed Blankenship. Wait a second. He got married this summer. This dude's fucking starting podcasts with Cooper DeJean. This dude. Yo, Reed. Wake up.
How about Cooper DeJean?
Wake up.
What are his numbers?
Cooper DeJean?
Yeah.
I'll have to check. Let me check Cooper.
Let me see what Cooper's numbers are.
Oh, man. They can't be this bad. They won't. Let's go 20% minimum.
Because they're not that. They're like 11th and past.
Wait. Guess who? The number 1 graded cornerback in all of pro football is for the first 3 games of the year. You got to guess? Number 1.
Derek Stingley.
No.
Okay. The guy in Denver. Those are true corners.
No.
I'm looking at true corners. So let me think.
Isaiah Rodgers. The number 1 graded cornerback in all of football is Isaiah Rodgers.
He's playing Pro Bowl football.
And by the way, that includes if you don't even have more than 20% of the snaps. So you got all these people who graded at corner, 158 total grades. My gosh. And guess who's at the bottom of the 158? Guess who's number 157 of 158?
Who?
Ja'Cory Bennett. Guess who's number 145 of 158? Adoree Jackson.
Oh my God.
So the guy we let walk out the door for $7 million, got a cheap contract, is the number 1 graded safety of football. Cooper DeJean is let's do 20% minimum snaps here. He is 27th right behind J.C. Horn.
That's not horrible.
Slay's 30. Sauce Gardner's 33. Where's Quinion? Quinion's 55.
Wow.
Pat Surtain's 59. So again, it's
Okay,
early. So
all
it's
right.
not like
Yeah,
it's not perfect. It's not a perfect.
Plus,
It's
he's
still funny
traveling all over the place right now.
It's still
The
pretty
number
funny.
one ranked corner
Yes.
is
Isaiah.
Isaiah Rodgers.
Yes.
And that guy could have been on the other side of Quinion Mitchell right now playing the
Wait,
corner.
so ready? He's the number one ranked corner in total defense. He's also the number one ranked corner in coverage, which is like covering corners.
God.
Yes.
Oh, that's got to be the ultimate mistake this offseason for the Eagles. This early part, he's got to be the ultimate mistake. Get this, and they were right to take a gamble on him. Zander, he didn't really play a ton of reps in the secondary in Indianapolis. Then he got suspended, and they held on to him because they knew he was good. Dude, now you know why Vic went to him last year, right? Now you know why Vic looked at him before he looked at Keeley or any of those other guys, because he knew the kid was good. Wow. You let that guy, the number one safety in the National Football League, who, by the way, just won the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, too, if you want to add that into the mix. So he's not only playing the best football of the 3 games, he just was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, too, right?
Oh, yeah, Isaiah. Yep. Isaiah's lights out right now.
Holy cow, man. Who's playing the best football, do you think, on the Eagles right now?
Best football on the Eagles?
Is it Davis?
I'd probably say Mailata or Bond.
Not Davis?
Davis is up there. Should we look where the grades are?
Sure. I'd love to know where Jordan is right now. I'd love to know where Jordan Davis is. And then I'd like to know where Murray Joe Momo is too. I'd like to know where he is.
So I guess we can look at Eagles. I got to do it offense, defense. I can't do it.
I'd like to know how good Jordan's playing. Yeah. How good PFF looks at it.
I don't want to see that. All right. So the highest graded offensive players, Cam Latu, but he's played 10 snaps, so that doesn't really count.
No.
Jordan Mailata is number 2.
In the league?
No. This is just on the Eagles.
Oh, okay. On the Eagles.
On the Eagles. Mailata's 2 on the Eagles total offense. Jalen Hurts is 3 total offense. Jalen Hurts is 91 in the run game, so really good. And then 63 in the pass game, so not so good. Then you have Pryor, Toth, which is crazy. Mechie, AJ Brown. So not that great. Nobody's really graded that great. Defense, you got Bond, top graded defensive player. Uche, second, but he's got lesser snaps, but still grading out really good. Jahad Campbell, 3. And then Jordan Davis, 4. Nolan Smith, 5. Cooper, 6. Zadarius, 7. Jalix Hunt, 8. Moro Ojomo, 9. Moro Ojomo's been a letdown.
He's been what?
A letdown. I mean, I was high on this dude. Moro Ojomo hasn't done shit. Moro, where are you?
Dude. So here, one last thing here before we go to Supers. Do you believe they've replaced Josh Sweat?
No.
Do you believe they've replaced Moro Ojomo or Milton Williams?
I feel better about that because of Jordan, honestly.
Okay. They have not replaced Gardner Johnson, correct? Or do you feel they did with Makuba?
I mean, I don't think they've replaced him perfectly yet, but I think they replaced him viable enough yet for me to feel confident and that Vic's going to get the most out of that player and kind of keep building. I don't think they're there yet.
I don't think that's a crazy take if you were going like this, what John said, that, hey, you know what? I feel good with Makuba in there. He's okay. You know?
Yeah, well, that's what I said yesterday. I'm like, I haven't really left a game like, we're screwed. I mean, he's better in coverage, than CJ. CJ was a big freelancer. So Makuba's better in that regard. Now he's not as physical, not as much of a, CJ really could set the tone on defense, but yeah, I'm good with that.
You would agree then?
I'm fine with Makuba. Like I'm not out here like, oh, we need CJ at all.
But you do agree then over at the corner spot between Slay and Isaiah. I mean, it's Adoree and Keeley. I mean, it even sounds as bad as it sounds, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest hole, right? On the defensive side is over there on
I would get you
Adoree
the
Jackson
PFF
side.
grade. I would get you the PFF grade on Keeley, but there isn't one.
Oh my God.
He doesn't have any snaps. He's only got special team snaps.
Man.
That's the only supers. You're gonna have a Dirty D says, I'm Xander, that hat is sick. Order one now. Sills, I sent you one.
Oh my God, that's great.
Dirty D, thanks for the order. I just got it, brother. Everybody, if you want to go grab the new hat, the rope hat,
it's wait.
JAKIBmerch.com.
I can't wait. I'll be wearing it, man. Big Sills will be wearing that.
Right? Good stuff.
I'll be wearing that bad puppy there. Let's read these supers, bro.
All right, that's one of them. I just read it. Dirty D says, I'm concerned about the blitz this week. Yeah, well, they're going to bring it.
Hey, by the way, the blitz this week also, keep an eye on Saquon because he has been horrible in pass. Hey, one day when you get a chance, I would like to know what Saquon's grade is in pass protection right now.
Oh, it's not good. You want to know it?
Yeah, I would love to know it because I don't think that guy's played very well this year. And I think his pass protection has been a liability on the football team. And that was something that you could always count on with him. I thought he was really good when it came to pass protection. By the way, dude, I got to tell you, those little shorts that you are sending me over to my Instagram? Yeah. My Instagram account is blown the fuck up.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I've added 50 new people.
So you want pass blocking?
Pass blocking for Saquon.
And you want running back. All right, let's go pass blocking. Lakeem Allen's number one. Let's do minimum target. Let's do 20% of the snaps.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
Wow, DeAndre Swift's high.
What?
DeAndre Swift's pretty high. Saquon's 21 out of 37. If you just do all the running backs right now, he is 43 out of 50.
Wow, not good. 43rd out of 50 running backs. The guy who finished second in the MVP is down there
in pass blocking. He's got a 37.
Yeah, he almost got his quarterback killed, and they're
48.
Hold on. You know why that's important? Because you just got through telling me, Xander, that they're blitzing and when he's in the pocket 48% of the time now. If you've got him back there and he's not pass protecting.
Did you see there's like a video that went? Go ahead.
He's one of the worst pass protectors. You think that's a liability back there?
Well, of course. Did you see that there's this video floating around social media about Saquon like tipping the Eagles' plays?
Yeah, I did with his head.
Yeah.
I did.
Now, I think that's probably pretty common.
It is common.
But he got to be a little careful of that because he was when they were running it, he didn't move his head. He didn't even look.
Get this. I'll show you what a D lineman will do sometimes. Do you know why the quarterback no longer faces? You know what quarterbacks used to do, Xander? They used to get in the huddle and they used to be here, right? And they used to want to see the defense, and they would go like this, folks. They would go like this. Xander, watch this. You got to watch this, man. Watch this here. You go. And guys would position like this, and they would be reading the lips going.
Right.
And they go, it's on first down. It's on first down. So those are the kind of little things that guys are looking for. And linebackers are going like this. Hey, he's moving his head. He's moving his head. He's moving his head. And it's a tip-off. It's a total tip-off. Yeah. Guys are always looking for that shit. All right.
Here's Kimberly. Front office is getting exposed through media outlets like this. We are not stupid. Listen to the players, and as a PT, I always look at their feet. Kimberly, don't go full Sileo-ized on me yet, Kimberly. All right? We still got a good football team. I mean,
Nobody
come on.
Said you don't.
No, Kimberly, that's a bullshit comment.
Way to go, Kimbo. How you
Kimberly,
doing?
this is JAKIB Sports. I bring you the truth.
I bring you
the
truth,
truth.
justice, and big sills. How you doing?
No, you bring Sileo-ification is what you bring. And Kimberly's got a case of it right now. Devin says, "What up, Devin? I like that hat, that style of Jacob hat, Big Z. Grabbing one of those. Thanks, brother. Also, get AJ Mother effing Brown the ball. Yeah, Devin. Get him the ball.
I agree.
Potato Chip Patullo.
Oh, Chip Patullo. Do you like my new name for him?
What do you mean? Chip's got the number 6 passing offense in football right now.
Excuse me, I can't use that. Is that true?
Yeah. He's got the number 31st ranked running offense, but he's got the number 1 or number 6 passing offense.
What do you make
Not graded, I think, statistically.
What do you make of Sam Darnold, man?
Sam Darnold's great.
Bro. I mean, fuck, man.
Who's his offensive coordinator there?
Chip Kelly.
No.
Oh, no,
Kelly's in Vegas. He's with Gino. He's with Gino in Vegas.
I don't know who's up there. I don't know.
He's there tonight, right? Seahawks, Cardinals?
Yeah, Seahawks, Cardinals. By the way, Kyler Murray's playing good.
I don't like Kyler Murray. Oh, it's Clint Kubiak in Seattle.
Clint Kubiak, the kid from New Orleans.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't like Kyler Murray, bro. I don't think I'll ever like him either. I'm sorry. Mac is open. What's up, brother? I believe the coaching staff are all on Super Bowl hangovers except for Vic. What about the players? Reed Blankenship's like still on his honeymoon or something. Guy's one of the worst graded safeties in football right now in a contract year.
Man, is that
Oh, wait, one more. Nate the God says, Hurricanes getting smacked by FSU next Saturday. I can't wait to see Sills cry. LOL, go Birds.
Let me hook you up here, old Nate. We're going up to Doak Campbell, and when we go up to Doak Campbell, just like we punched around them Gators in the head, we gonna take that number 1 overall spot.
Nate, I don't think FSU is beating Miami, and I'm not even a Miami guy. I thought Big Sills has kind of swayed me. I kind of like rooting for Miami nowadays because I just like Big Sills, and I like rooting for Miami because of Big Sills. But I don't think FSU is going to beat you guys.
Hey, did you see that 2015 coaching stack that Nick had with Mario and Kirby Smart and all them dudes on that staff?
Probably one of the best college football coaching staffs of all time.
All time. Yeah. I mean, every one of those guys are big-time coaches now.
Yeah.
In the National Football League. I mean, in college football. I mean, insane. Bro, it's going to be interesting and it's going to be great. I'll tell you what, I think this Buck game is going to be you think this game, before we go to Jason Cole, do you think this game is for the early poll in the NFC, or do you still think it's Detroit and Green Bay are in that conversation?
I think it's too early for that. I mean, I do. I think Tampa's really banged up right now. I don't think you're going to get, Baker's kind of won 3 games at the last second here where, it's impressive, but at the same time, you're skating on thin ice a little bit, and it's probably not a formula to get to the end and get to the finish line. So I think they're a good team. I think they're only going to get better, assuming they can get healthier. There's no guarantee that, somebody said that about the Eagles injuries yesterday. They're like, it's a good thing it's happening now. I'm like, that assumes that you're not going to have any injuries as you keep moving forward. So if they get healthier, I think they're going to be a good team at the end, but it's a good game. I mean, it's going to be a good game. I think the Eagles are just a better team though, coming into the week. I do. I think they're healthier and they're more positioned to take advantage of the team. So we'll see how it goes. It should be a good one.
How about this, Zander, before I let you go? 2025 finalist class for the Pro Football Hall of Fame came out. If you're Jason Cole and you got to put one of your votes down here, you voting for Eli or you voting for Drew Brees?
Oh, Drew Brees. Gotta be. What? Drew Brees is one of the most prolific passers.
Wait a minute. That guy's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
Hey, listen, I'm an Eli deserves to be in the Hall of Fame guy. I am. And I'm an Eagles fan. So I'm not one of the people that's like, Eli shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. But I understand the case against him where people are, where people say that. Now, Jason will be able to speak about this much better than I can. But, Drew Brees is one of the greatest throwers of the football the NFL's ever seen. I mean, how many times did he throw for more than 5,000 yards in a year?
He's a 70,000 yard passing.
Yeah. Is he the leading? He's got the most yards in history.
Brady's got the most.
Brady passed him. That's right.
Yeah, Brady passed him.
Yeah, so I think probably Brees, but we'll see. We'll see what they end up.
Absolutely. Big Z, we'll catch you in the morning, my friend. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Big Phils.